In today's video, we're going to talk about how to divide decimals by whole numbers. In the first problem, we have 2 and 34/100 divided by 2. If the divisor has no decimals, like we have in this problem, what we're going to do is move that decimal right at the top. So it's going to be right there. And then we'll proceed with the problem as if we had no decimal to begin with. The first step is to do a T-chart for the divisor, which is that number outside. We're gonna go to 5 first, and then I can add more if I need to. 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8, 5 times 2 is 10. I will stop there for now. Then I ask myself, how many times does 2 go into 2? That would be 1 time. 1 times 2 is 2, right there. 1 times 2 is 2. Then I will subtract. 2 minus 2 is 0. Then I'll bring down the 3. 2 goes into 3 1 time, because if it's 2, it will be too big. So 2 goes into 3 1 time. 1 times 2 is 2. I subtract, and I get 1, and bring down the 4. 2 goes into 14. So I gotta keep going with the T-chart. 6 times 2 is 12. 7 times 2 is exactly 14. So I could stop right there. 2 goes into 14 7 times. 7 times 2 is 14. And then I'll get no remainder. So my answer is 1 and 17/100. Let's try this problem. In this problem, the divisor is also not a decimal. It's a whole number, so the first step would be to take that decimal and move it at the top, but it has to be at the same exact location. And then I'm gonna do the T-chart. I'll first go to 5, and then I can add more if I need to. 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 3 is 12, 5 times 3 is 15. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 times 3 is exactly 9. I subtract, and that will leave me with 0. Then I'll bring down the 3. 3 goes into 3 1 time. 1 times 3 is 3. I subtract, and that will leave me with 0. Then I bring down the 6. 3 goes into 6 exactly 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6, and that will leave me with no remainder. So my answer would be 3 and 12/100.